The method albacore bait fishing is a traditional technique for catching albacore tuna, also known as white tuna, Thunus alalunga. It is one of the sustainable fishing methods widely used in the waters of the North Pacific, particularly by fishermen in the United States, Canada, and Japan. Albacore tuna is one of the high-value tuna species, known for its white meat, delicious flavor, and high nutritional content such as omega-3. Albacore tuna typically lives in offshore waters and migrates seasonally. Benefits of albacore bait fishing method. Environmental sustainability. This method reduces the risk of bycatch because fishermen can target specific species and release other marine life back into the sea. The absence of large nets also helps prevent damage to coral reefs and marine ecosystems. High quality fish. Since the albacore tuna is caught by hand and processed quickly on the boat, the fish retains its freshness and is less likely to be bruised, enhancing its commercial value. Traditional value. This is a traditional fishing method that has been preserved by coastal fishermen for generations. It not only provides income, but also helps maintain the local fishing culture. Dawn breaks on the horizon, with gentle rays of sunlight glinting off the shimmering sea. Amid the misty morning, a fishing boat departs from the harbor, slicing through the still waters towards a bay encircled by towering mountains. On the deck, fishermen gear up for a long and challenging day. They prepare themselves for the first haul of the day. Nearby, other fishermen are busy preparing bait and checking the cables and winches to ensure everything is in working order. The fishermen carefully inspect their fishing nets, ensuring everything is ready for the first cast. After a few hours of sailing, the boat reaches the area where salmon schools typically gather during this season. A young fisherman quickly hops onto a smaller boat, taking the long fishing net to prepare for the cast. He skillfully maneuvers the small boat, pulling the net away from the main vessel. The net slowly unfurls into the deep blue sea, forming a wide circle beneath the surface. On the main deck, the crew watches closely, making sure the net is deployed correctly to encircle the entire school of fish. Two small boats work together, dragging the net into a large circle on the water. Beneath the crystal clear waves, the silver glint of salmon shimmers as they swim, frantically darting about. The engine's hum blends with the sound of the waves, accompanied by the cheers of the fishermen as they spot the dense school of salmon. Each crew member focuses intently, working in sync to control both the boats and the massive net. Once the salmon are surrounded, the crew begins to haul in the net. The winch hums loudly as the net is gradually pulled tighter, reducing the space for the trapped fish. The salmon, now confined, thrash wildly, creating frothy white waves on the surface. The fishermen deftly handle the net, pulling it up while neatly arranging it on deck, preparing it for the next cast. Their hands move swiftly, and though their faces are sweaty, they beam with joy as they watch the lively silver fish flopping around on the deck. Finally, as the last section of the net is lifted, a hefty catch of salmon is brought aboard. The vigorous, fresh fish jump frantically, splashing water everywhere. The crew quickly moves to grab the fish and store them in the boat's hold, already prepared for the haul. The salmon, glistening and fat, sparkle under the morning sun, a testament to a successful catch. Laughter and excited chatter fill the deck as the fishermen proudly compare the size of the largest fish and share stories of the morning's luck. With the fish securely stored in the hold, the fishing boat heads back toward the shore, where a larger collecting vessel awaits. The modern transfer ship uses powerful pumps to quickly transfer the salmon from the fishing boat's hold to its own larger storage tanks. The process is swift, ensuring the fish remain as fresh as possible. After completing the transfer, the crew takes a brief moment to rest before heading back out to sea for another round of fishing. On the vast, deep blue sea, a small fishing boat stands out amidst the waves. The boat seems overloaded with the net that the fishermen have just pulled up. The fishermen, wearing protective gear, are crowded together on the deck, straining to lift each heavy net full of wriggling fish onto the boat. Large fishing nets attached to cranes are being slowly lifted, sagging under the weight of the fresh fish that are writhing. When the fish have been gathered into the bag and the net has been pulled in, the fishermen on the boat begin preparing for the process of pumping the fish up to the deck. A small crane on the boat lowers a large suction pipe with a wide-mouthed intake, adjusting its position to ensure it is set correctly at the opening of the fish bag. At this moment, a few fishermen stand at the side of the boat, operating the crane and keeping the suction pipe steady. Another group stands near the fish bag in the water, using their hands to gently press and squeeze the bag, allowing water to escape and helping the fish gather together in dense schools near the intake. This action helps make the suction process more efficient, preventing the fish from dispersing or escaping. The scene is very lively, with each fisherman assigned specific tasks, from pulling in the nets, adjusting the suction pipe, to stabilizing the fish bag. The shouts and loud exchanges between the fishermen create an atmosphere of urgency and intense activity. Even with just a small boat and a lone fisherman, they can harvest tens or even hundreds of kilograms of fish from the bay each day. Small bays, in particular, often serve as shelters for various types of fish, thanks to the calm waters and abundant food sources. After catching the fish, the fisherman neatly arranges them into baskets on the boat, preparing for the journey back to shore, carrying the fruits of a long day's labor.